Accorda, Tomisha Aglaut, Harkown and Ard Fheis, Rune, Ivra Hain, August, Homalashin, Naroon Ella Inson, Pritcho, but Akahara, Tomakondaila, Laroon, Egandala, Ivra Hain, August Ivra Dokoma, August Ahasurum Laut, and Shohanok, and Rune, Rehavaduk, Serrano, Rano, Gedar Shunta. Tome Glorag, Tokia, Dr. Harha, the Naroon Egandala, and Kiano and Ard Fheis, Palestine, August Ashishina on Below Glass, Oswokor, Iver Ruin Egandala, Iver Do. Honig Medar Fad, Har Trefsha and Nullag, August the Stocks in Aflin, or Israel, August the Gunsi, Pobble Gaza, the Palestinian, the here are Fat Tree Shockton. And however, Ella, Chuck May, Rashkuhamata Amagum, but then I may dial Ardus Le Gene, Iderashun, Sunumlan. O have Ruin Artina Baskok, Tasulgan Meg or Takiala, a Glauter and Cashaw, August Gemeg Meditor Taki at Dumlan, the winter Tirna Baskok, August Edic Struggle to Gwina on Cad, Kainta Ko, August and Cad, Agru, August and Card Nashin to the false jewel to her. Ta Ar Taki Law Vigoni. Barack Obama was elected in November, and much of the world is looking on in hope that his election will herald the promised new era in US foreign policy, that his administration will pay heed to the calls for an end to the era of aggression of US foreign policy, an end to torture and torture camps, an end to extraordinary rendition, and an end to the support for regimes such as Israel, which continue to flout international judgments against them. Closing Guantanamo Bay is not enough. On that matter, I have urged Micheál Martin, the Minister for Foreign Affairs, to help in this closure by agreeing to host innocent detainees who have been tortured and incarcerated in Guantanamo for years. It is the least that Ireland can do, especially as this government was complicit in the extraordinary rendition programme by allowing unfettered use of Shannon Airport for US secret flights. These detainees have been cleared of all allegations against them, even by the US administration under Bush, but they have nowhere to return to because their lives at home are in risk because the label Bush and his mob have put on them. In November also, I travelled to Gaza to see for myself the damage 2 years of Israeli siege on this part of Palestine had wrought. No food other than UN food convoys was getting into that portion of Palestine. No medicines, no building materials, no school books, no medical equipment, and I can go on. I saw for myself the deprivation. I saw the refugee camps, I saw the food distribution centres, the bombed out airport, the bombed out port, the bombed electricity station. I saw the United Nations Work and Relief Agency run schools and the other relief programmes in the area. I saw the hospitals, the kidney dialysis machines which were held together with parts of other defunct machines, the brand new cancer hospital which could not function because Israel wouldn't allow the equipment required through any of its 6 border crossings that they control, and that includes the Rafah crossings into Egypt. I saw the sewage being pumped into the Mediterranean because the sewage system couldn't be repaired or renewed since the Israelis laid siege after withdrawing in 2006. I met the fishermen who daily, during a supposed ceasefire, came under fire from Israeli gunboats because they were fishing outside an Israeli-imposed 6-mile limit, while the international limit was supposed to be 20 miles. I met the families of prisoners, some of who hadn't seen their siblings since they were lifted, some for many years. One very old woman that I met had cataracts in her failing eyes, and she hadn't seen her son in 18 years and was probably never going to see him at this stage. We met the elected parliamentarians who sat in the Legislative Assembly while 38 of their colleagues languished in jails, Israeli jails. And this was all before the Christmas onslaught by the vicious Israeli government a government and a state that now stands indicted by their actions of crimes against humanity and have breached virtually every international rule of war and peace. All this was done as an effort at genocide, an election stunt, a marker to the international community that they expected the US policy towards them to remain the same under the new president. Despicably, this evil government has its cheerleaders in Ireland. Thankfully, there are very few, but they're still vocal, who would have us believe that this was all the fault of Hamas. The Israelis were attacking the Palestinians well before Hamas was ever thought of. Their territorial land grab on the West Bank has continued apace for years, and despite US and UN condemnation, continues today. This is a rogue state which must be brought to book for the sake of all humanity, and especially for the sake of peace in this region. I urge you to play your part in the ongoing campaign for rights, national and human, for the Palestinian people. I urge you to endorse the emergency motions, especially emergency motion number 2, and to act accordingly. Gora míle mágad.